boys and girls, it's Grumpy Vlogger Live.
Hello, everyone. Wow, I jumped the gun here. Hang on a second. Let me get all the right windows open. There we go. Yay. Man. Howdy, everyone. Glad to... thanks for joining me on another Monday night. My mic's on, I think. Can everybody hear me? Nod if you can hear me, Art. You can't hear me? Okay. I thought I was getting rid of this hillbilly look and getting my tooth, but turns out that was not quite the case. I'll get it on the 28th of this month. Yeah, wonderful. Anyway, so let's just jump right into it and bring in my good buddy, Mr. Art Carlson.
Yeah.
Yo-ho. Hey, Art. How you doing, buddy?
Woo-hoo. I'm doing pretty good. Long day at work, but I'm here.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you could make it. You know, everybody has those kind of days, and I had one of those kind of days today where I woke up early this morning and thought, hey, man, I'm going to get some stuff done today. Yeah. You know, you saw I was on early, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Then my phone, I was using my iPad, but went over to check my phone because I was checking to see if the dealership was going to, I left a message this weekend with the dealership. My phone had bricked. It was nothing but a paperweight. Couldn't get it turned on and nothing. And I went and got Judy's phone plugged into the charger, see if it's the charger bad, No, it was charging, doing everything it's supposed to. iPhone 13 Pro just, shot.
Oh,
and so I thought, I went and got my cup of coffee and sitting in there, and I was watching TV, and next thing I know, I'm waking up, and it's like 12:30 in the afternoon. So I figured I better get some stuff done, including getting hold of the dealership, because Judy was going to have my hide. So I jump up there, and first thing I do is I take the phone over to AT&T, and the guy said, well, let me put it on the charger. I said, yeah, my charger was working, but, I just, whatever. Pretty soon he says, here, punch in the code. And what the hell happened? He says, it just decided to shut off and just as simply decided to turn back on. If you don't turn an iPhone off every so often, apparently they shut themselves down and they decide, it takes an act of Congress to get the damn thing to come back on. But anyways, so that worked out pretty good. Let's go ahead and bring in our
Samsung.
Yeah, well, I like iPhones. Sorry, it's just I'm familiar with it, and it works well with my iPad. Okay, and my iPad Pro, I do everything on. So the only reason I have a PC is to do this show. And sometimes I'll do a little editing, but let's bring in our other co-hosts. Matter of fact, somebody sent
hello to everybody in the chat. Sorry,
hey,
I'm late.
Dominic. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Public transport.
Let me rub your head.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was that. I jumped up to go do that, and it's like, well, whatever. So then I think, I got to go pick, and I got a text that said I had prescriptions ready, and I thought, these scripts are going to cost me a lot of money. So, like I said, it's a good thing. It turned out I didn't need a new phone. The phone was fine, and you got it turned on. Everything's fine. Then I get the text, got 2 prescriptions ready to go pick up. I had to run back by the house. I jumped and come back by here, grab some money, I'll get over there. Turns out I didn't need the extra money. It was only $18 for 3 prescriptions. So, yeah, yay.
Good.
So then I get home and they finally call about my van, and I will have my van back tomorrow. It turns out it was a plug screen, but they had to go in there and take it apart and get in there. They did a check while they were in there, checked all the parts, make sure everything was working good, did a complete service, and I'll get it all. So it's under service it's under. I have to pay for the service, so that's okay. I don't have to buy a new transmission. I don't have to worry about it being down. And I get my van back tomorrow. So I could have got it back today, but it was late in the day when they called. So everything started out kind of like, this is going to be a bad day. But then it turned out good. So I'm happy.
Good. Hey, let's say hello to everybody in the chat.
That's your job, Art.
We got Justin, Droner Gaming RP, and then we have Dustin. One Vision Aerial. And we've got Joey Jaybird Drone. And we have Mark Sullivan, Charles Galuski, Dominic Northside Hawk. Yeah. Who likes his squawk. and Billy Tompkins, and Captain Joe America, USA Drone Flyer. And Dominic, we don't mind you coughing during my, okay. And we have, Chuck
No sympathy.
Jovachin. And,
Hey, Chuck.
oh, and then I saw Trevor in there. And then Glenn, Thunderbird 6.
Yeah,
And who else? Oh, no. Oh,
Art?
Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grant.
Aussie.
Art. Another Aussie, yes.
Chris Wedgeworth, Joe
Hi, Chris.
Blaylock, and Jody Drone Shot, and Greg Oz by Drone, and we have Ken Herons in the chat, and Doc Murdoch really
Doc
is
Murdoch
in the chat.
is really in the
He
chat.
really is in the
Hi,
chat.
Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Really is.
Chris, Billy Kyle, along with Billy
yeah,
Tompkins, and
Billy Kyle will be
He
here.
really is.
Yeah. Billy Kyle will be here when Ken Dono's here, so you know.
okay. Well, Ken Dono's in the chat too as well.
Probably here
So.
next week.
Yeah.
You got all the
That's
big hitters out today.
We do, yeah. You know, we've got a good crowd tonight. Looks like we got 20 people already. So,
Good to
hello,
see.
Joe Blaylock. Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
So I think I did stay up and watch a little bit of Uncle Bill's last night. I don't know. Hey, Art, aka Mayor Pete. Yeah. Yeah. It's been, we occasionally talk about politics on here, so we let that kind of stuff slide. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness! I tell you what. Did you see Coast to Coast Drones Wednesday?
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty good. They talked about of course,
Hobbies and other interests.
Bill. Bill is he's into Hot Wheels and
right. That's cool. Yeah. I used to get those when I was a kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did Matchbox when they first, Matchbox cars came out long before the Hot Wheels did.
Yeah.
But they were made in England. The first ones I got were English made, by Leland Toy Company out of England.
Yep.
And my sister bought them for me and bought me a case one year for Christmas. My older sister, they got to buy stuff. Their kids were all too small, and I was at the age or they didn't have kids yet, and I was at the age that they could buy toys that they wouldn't normally get for anybody. So they because I was a baby in the family, so they bought me the toy. So yeah, but I had Matchbox cars and wore those things plumb out. I'm telling you. Although I did give one of the ones I kept, the good ones, I gave to Paco when he was little, and I don't know if he still has them or not, but but probably not. But there were a couple of those that are really hard to find because they actually did some bigger ones. Most of them were Hot Wheel size, but Matchbox actually did some bigger ones that were collectors, like like a Rolls Royce, about a 1930 something Rolls Royce, Model A's, Model T's, some of the more exotic cars that they did in the bigger one. But I was hello, Mark R. White.
Mark R. White.
So I was always, everybody was getting the Hot Wheels, and I got Matchbox.
More possum too.
Eat more possum. Welcome. I didn't see you pop in there. But yeah, so I've collected. They were talking about hobbies. I've got too many.
Yeah, I know.
I really do. I've got, I do drones. I do music instruments. I got a variety of different musical instruments. Way too many. I got like 7 or
Yeah.
8 guitars, you know.
Well, I only have
And
2. Well, actually, I have 3. I have a lap steel. I'm
well, see,
gonna
I have lap steel as
upgrade
well.
the pickup to what was it? A hot rails.
Oh,
So
okay.
it'll have more volume
Yeah.
to it.
I have a a Gretsch lap steel.
Ooh, I'd
2
like to
Gretsch
see that.
guitars. I'd pull it out right now, but I think
Yeah.
it's buried.
Oh,
I'll have it for next week. I'll have it. I'll pull it. I'll pull
all
out a
right.
couple of my
Awesome.
instruments because I've got 2 Gretsch guitars. I've got I got a Fender Stratocaster 3/4 size,
Nice.
and it's not that generic knockoff of theirs. It's an actual. They made them for 1 year.
Oh, okay. It's not the mini Squire.
No, it's not the Mini Squire. It's actual Fender. It's the actual
Okay. Well, that's
Fender.
what I have.
Well, I know Fender makes the Squire,
Mm.
but this is not the Squire. This is the actual Stratocaster, but
Oh.
it's a 3/4 size Strat.
Oh, cool.
Which and Fender only did that for 1 year, and then they started producing the Squire. Because they came out of a different factory. Squires come out of, I think, Korea or someplace like that.
Yes,
yeah.
either Korea or Mexico.
Mm.
Well, yeah, I think Squires because they're
Or Indonesia.
better, or Indonesia. I think most of their stuff that used to come out of Korea, but they're not quite as good as the American, but almost as good was the Mexico one because the Mexico plant you can actually see across the border down in El Paso. If you're up on a building, you can look over and see it, you know. And yeah, of course, we got Americans that are trying to swim in the river to get jobs in there at the Fender plant in Mexico. So, or is it the other way around? I get confused.
So is your
Mexico is
lap
Fender.
steel tuned to Dad Fad or Dad Gad or C6?
It's tuned to the open G. That's GAGD. I think. I have to
Or
stop
is it
and think now.
GBD?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yep, that's dobro.
The only thing you can see in El Paso is the fajita and taco kits. Yeah. Korea is Fenders and Mexico is Squires. I think it's the other way around. Well,
and we got Barkley in the
Barkley,
shop.
welcome.
And Matt. Maddie's drum
and
roll.
Maddie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
correct.
so like I said, I've got that. I've got a couple. I got an Epiphone J100 acoustic. I've got I got an Epiphone. Is it the A3? The A300. It's the archback hollow body. And I probably ought to sell it because I haven't played it. And I got it, and then I jumped in over to
Les Paul.
Yeah, I don't. I was going to get the Les Paul. I was actually going to buy a Gibson Les Paul, and
they're pricey.
Judy, yeah, I know. And Judy asked me. She said, "You can have one or the other. What would you want?" And I said, "She said, well, if you could have any guitar you wanted, which one would you pick?" And I said, "To be honest with you, I want a Gretsch."
Yeah,
Because I just liked the sound of what the Gretsch does. It's got it's got the twang,
Yep.
And I just like what they do with that. And so she says, "Well, go
Jack
get the
Rabbit
Gretsch."
And Andrew.
Hey, yeah. And so I went and bought the Gretsch. But then she wanted to start learning, so I bought the single cutaway, the 5120, and I got her the 5122, which is double cutaway. She said she wanted to learn to play, and she saw it. They just come out with it in the walnut, which is a red, and mine is black,
Mm-hmm.
And so she said, "I like that color." So okay, I went and bought it for her. Then at Christmas time, she said, "I can't play guitar. I'm not even going to try." She said, "I got that for you for Christmas." Like, oh, okay. She snuck that one past me. I wouldn't play it. She said, "Why don't you play that guitar?" I said, "Because it's your guitar, and I refuse to play your instrument." I said, "I'll keep it tuned for you and stuff like that, but I'm not going to play it." Then she told me at Christmas time, "Well, I bought it for you, you knothead." She says, I'm not going to learn to play guitar. So, and I got that. And like I said, I got
wish.
mandolin. I got 2 fiddles. I've got 2 dulcimers. I mean, 1 dulcimer and 2 auto harps. Oh,
Right.
and a calimbra.
Oh,
Okay.
Columbro.
Which is,
Nice.
yeah. Kids got that for me a couple years for Christmas.
You got
It's fun to
Joe
play, but
Fotoleo.
Joe Photo Leo. So,
Mhm.
anyways, that
Okay.
and then I also do ventriloquism as a hobby. So you guys know about that. So
Okay, we got a troll. Hot is hep, I can't pronounce.
You got one. It's from Twitch. Someone on Twitch.
Oh, that's somebody from Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's on Twitch. Yeah, yeah. Matt has the Fisher Price guitars. Okay, yeah, right.
Okay. Mhm.
But Matt from Northeast Drone Productions.
Yep.
Well, I've got
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
Squire, and then I have a Ibanez RG. That's a nice guitar. It's got
Yeah.
the Floyd Rose tremolo and
Right.
2 2 humbuckers and a single
2
club.
humbuckers. Yeah.
Yep.
I
Well, I
must
like
say that guitars are my favourite instrument.
Yeah.
I love listening to guitar solos or guitar
Mm.
riffs. They really hit the spot for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is the didgeridoo?
I
No, I do
wish
not
I
have a
kept
didgeridoo.
Yeah,
I wish I kept that Jackson Randy Rhodes that I had.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wish I
That
kept.
would
And
have.
then there was that. Oh God, it was a Les Paul copy, and I wish I kept that.
Yeah.
It was nice looking. It had the flame maple body with
Right.
the top on it. And but I needed the money, so I sold off a whole bunch of my guitars and
Yeah. I could probably use the money, and that might have been what I'd come down to if I'd had to. If things hadn't worked out with the van as easily as they did. I thought, but it turned out okay. I don't know what I'm doing with that many guitars, but
yeah.
well, one time I was in a band, and it was a bluegrass band, but the flesh food, yeah. Yeah, I don't know about Tim Jackson. I'm not going to say he cracks me up.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are a couple. Like I said, and then I've got ventriloquist dummies. I've got my dummies back here, or I got one good one, which is Old Joe, and then I got Gus, who is my other, and then I got numerous other puppets. But
That's another hobby.
and that's another hobby. And then I've got cameras. I've got a few. I got one. It's a medium format camera. It's collapsible, and it's actually a Russian camera. I actually ordered it from Russia.
Neat.
It was from the 50s. It was under the Soviet Union, and so it was. Yeah, I ordered.
They
it
actually
from
made pretty darn good cameras.
really good cameras. Yes, it's a very good. It's still in working condition. But finding somebody
5x4.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But finding somebody to develop that stuff, or the film for that matter,
They made a knockoff of the Hasselblad called the Soyuz.
Yeah.
I almost bought one several years ago on eBay, but I got out of cameras.
I could probably see better if I put my friggin' glasses on.
Now I'm into digital. I do have one regular film camera. It's a Pentax.
Yeah. We don't use film cam. Oh, there it is.
Mhm.
Hang on a second. Let me see if I can get it. If you hear something crash or bang, you know that I had trouble. So I'll be right back. Carry on the show, guys.
All right, R. White says he's got a Lubitel from Russia.
Right. Wolf.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was a great ventriloquist.
Well, I didn't break too much.
I got my sound effects.
Yeah.
Those guitars could cost a lot of money.
Yeah, this is the. All right, where do I open it at? Oh, there we
Wrong show, Mickey.
Anyways, this is the camera.
Okay.
Now I got to figure out how it opens.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a MOCKBA5, and let's see, I always have troubles figuring out how to open it.
Well, there's kind of a latch. Then you gotta turn that.
Yeah.
And then it goes.
Yeah, the dogs are being extremely noisy tonight. Oh, wait a minute. There it is.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like a Kodak Brownie.
Yeah.
It takes 120 film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they call this does medium format, but it does square as well.
Yeah,
as
it's a lot bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll do square or wide, so because of the film, and you can you set it right there to do either just the 4x4 or the 4x5, I think, something like that. And
by the way, it says Moskva on
Moskva. Yeah, that's what it says on the Moskva.
Or
Moskova. I ordered that from Russia. So
wow, cool. So, they had really good optics on their camera.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
They also made Leica knockoffs too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And my only problem is after I get it apart, I always forget how to shut it.
How to shut it?
Yeah. So I'll just put that over here. But yeah, so that's like I said. That is a camera. Justin says, "What the WTF is that thing?" That is a camera. That's the way they used to take pictures in the old days,
Yeah.
Back before digital. Now I do have a camera, a Canon what is the M50? I think.
Yeah.
Not the M50. I can't remember which one it is. It's lighter than it's part of the EOS line, but but that's our digital camera, and but we end up looks like Lois. Well, I tell you what, somewhere around here I've actually got a box camera that is literally just a square box. It's a Browning.
Yep.
And it's not it's not made with the bakelite. Now I have my mother's Kodak little Kodak Brownie with the bakelite, but this one is actually cardboard.
Yep.
It's a type of wafer board, cardboard. Yep. But yeah, and that's probably that one and this one here are probably my two oldest cameras. But when I was younger, my uncle, he just got back from the Army, and he ended up he bought me it was called the Kodak Swinger. The Polaroid Swinger. And it shot strictly black and white. It used the Kodak film, or the Polaroid film, but it was sort of their low-end, kid-friendly beginner model. And
Lloyd, can you put us back up?
Oh shit!
There we go.
Couldn't you do it? You could have done it.
Yeah, I probably could have. But why make
Yeah,
you do the work?
Yeah, you say Browning, you hear Browning. You're right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ben Cartwright's in the chat.
Oh, welcome.
G'day, Ben.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah.
And we
But
got
anyways,
Ben Kingsley in the chat.
and
Yeah, he's going to do his Mahatma Gandhi act.
Oh, look,
impression. Yeah, yeah.
Jesus is in the
Actually,
chat.
No, that's Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
I
He's
just
the
read it
cleaning
differently.
guy.
as far south as I am, he's probably Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, squirrel. You're right. This is a
Mhm.
squirrel show.
And there comes the
But
squirrel.
yeah, let's see if I got a squirrel. Oh, there he is.
Eh,
Been a while since I used the squirrel. Where'd he go? He's not there.
I don't know.
Squirrel not come up. Oh, there he is. There's a
There
little
he
feller.
is.
Here comes
Yeah.
the squirrel.
Yeah, here comes the squirrel. Yeah, so yeah, and then on top of that, my wife has her own hobbies, and one of hers has been collecting teddy bears.
Oh, great.
And we've got, I think, 6 or 7 Stife teddy bears, which, if you know anything about teddy bears or stuffed animals, Stife is sort of the Cadillac. They're the ones to go
Dominic
for.
is into collecting teddies.
Collecting teddies, yeah. From whoever you can get them from, right?
Yeah. Especially full metal teddy.
Full Metal Teddy.
He's kind of.
Glenn says my wife has a hobby spending all my money. Yeah, the thing is like when I get paid, I always give Judy a little, just spending money to stick it, and she saves it. Now I will admit, she usually saves it so she can buy me something, but she has her. But sometimes she'll want to buy clothes, and invariably I'll take her because I have to take her shopping because she can't drive or do any of that. So I take her. She buys clothes, and she said I'll pay for it, and I'm like, no, I'll pay for it. And very seldom does she pay me back, but I don't care because we don't have a yours my. It's our money.
Yeah.
She had to take care of me all those years when I was first in the wheelchair and stuff. So I figured she's earned anything that I get. So
Right. There you go.
she's put up with my ass for 40, almost going on 43 years. I think 40,
Wow.
42 years. Be 42 years this summer. Just seems like 43.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, first mistake was thinking it was your money. That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's why, because I have so many different hobbies, that's why I don't that's why I don't buy every drone that comes out. It's just because I can only fly one at a time, and because my time is very limited, I want something that's easy to throw up in the air. And
Yep.
the
Something
Spark,
enjoyable.
the Mavic the original Mavic was easy.
Yep.
What do you get her for the 50th? I have no idea what I'm going to get her for her 50th anniversary.
One of these days, I'm going to fly this guy. My,
Oh, are you?
yeah, it's a Darwin Baby 8 Pro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll be waiting for it.
Yeah. What do you got to fix on it to make it fly, or you just?
Well, I got the receiver put in. I just need to bind it and fly it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And you had a video that went
Yes, I did.
Went on.
It was a video of the Lake Arbor restoration project going on at Lake Arbor, which is close to my house, and they're doing some work on the banks because there's some erosion that has happened over the years, and they're going to be doing some dredging at the pond at the head end of the lake where the water comes in. They're going to dredge that, and they're going to be doing some drainage work down by the dam area. So they've lowered the water by a couple feet, and in doing so, well, it killed a lot of fish. So if you watch my video, you'll be seeing, what are those dots? Well, those dots are dead fish. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have a Grand Lake up here in it's northeastern corner of Oklahoma. Up here, they have an earthen dam there at one end, and occasionally,
Make it Steve.
Oh, Mika Steve, how you doing, man?
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Howdy.
Occasionally, every so often they shut off the dam, and when they do, the water drops because it's a constant outflow, and occasionally they have to shut it off for doing maintenance and stuff around it. So when they shut it off, they sound a warning to let everybody know that they're shutting it off, and that's when people will go down there because it drops everything as soon as it shuts off, and they start gathering the fish and bringing them in. They just go down there with nets and start scooping them up, and then they have fish fries in that area because there's always all that. It's all fresh, so that's what they do. And then, of course, they have to get down there, get it, and get back because then they they let them know that it's time to release the water again. Yeah. They're going to release hell if they don't get out of the way because.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something my Judy's family used to do is, they knew somebody worked down there and said, yeah, they're going to shut down the dam tonight, or this evening. So they'd go up there, and as soon as the dam had shut down, they'd go down there and just gather up fish and bring them in, fillet them, put them in the freezer, and have them for a fish fry in a week or two.
There you go.
They get huge amounts because they were just going to die anyways. And so with that, they didn't, they didn't, really put a limit on it.
No limit.
Because they needed them.
They do the same thing here in Colorado whenever they do some repairs on dams on some of the smaller lakes around the perk. Also, the other thing that I wanted to do was, I lost a drone in that lake about 3 years ago. So
who was that dropped that?
Yeah, that would be the.
Was that guy?
Sean Oz. No, he's not in the chat.
Was it that bald guy that has the eye makeup? Yeah, that guy.
Eye makeup. Yep. It was Sean Oz, and but
I don't know what
gave
that's about.
Me his Autel Evo for that, which that was really stand up of him. Yeah,
it was. Because it could have easily happened to you. You could have been flying it, and you wouldn't have had anybody to give you a drone because it'd been your own damn fault. But Sean was very stand up.
I know which way is height and distance, and evidently from the Air 2, DJI decided to switch those. So down on the viewer, the height and distance are switched around. So that's how he got confused, and he thought he was coming closer when he was going down.
Instead of going down.
Yep.
Dobo wears eye makeup. It must be a generational thing. I don't understand it.
No, not Dobo. Oz. John Oz.
Well, he said. Jaybird says.
No, no. Dono doesn't wear eye makeup.
No. I didn't think he did.
He
but
does.
I know that Sean Oz does.
John.
Oh yeah,
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know. I was just reading the chat too. I'm looking over here at the chat. So, why would they switch them, Lloyd? I don't know.
I don't know. Don't know.
And nail polish. I'm going to have to go look at it.
He likes the black nail polish.
Black nail polish. Yeah.
I don't understand that, but I don't.
It's kind of a God thing.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat.
Exactly.
Okay. He wants to be me. Okay.
It's a punk rock thing. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. Because he used to be in a punk rock band.
Yeah, in my day, we wore lipstick like a man. Yeah. No. I will admit that I had an afro, but that's as far as I'm going to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I wore I wore elephant bell bottoms, the big wide.
Oh yeah, I was just going to say bell bottoms.
Bell bottoms, but I mean, I had one pair that was just and I had the short platform shoes, It was a style. And I look back at it now, it's a wonder I didn't, it's a wonder. Well, I did get my ass kicked a couple times. It's a wonder I didn't get kicked more, but I was smart. By the time when we moved over to Grand Junction, I figured out that crap wasn't going to float it because they are more Western in all respects. And Grand Junction at that time was a lot of cattle country. It's like, time to put the cowboy boots back on, and because I'd wore cowboy boots since I was a little kid. Put the cowboy boots back on, put the hat back on. Yeah. So, but yeah, we all get through our fads. Yes, yeah. I pierced one ear, and did that, and it's like,
oh, I had both legs pierced.
Both legs pierced?
Yeah, it was called traction. Yep. 3 months on each leg. Boy, that was a lot of fun. Sitting in bed on your back all day with your leg up in the air with a rope with a sandbag on the end.
Sandbag on it, yeah.
Boy, that was fun. Especially when you break one of those puppies. Yeah, that's where the fun happens.
Will platform shoes come back in style? They already have come back in style. That's the problem. I'm seeing clothes that are very similar to what we wore in the 70s coming back in style. It's the afro is back.
Part with drone.
Hey Bob. But there was just a small window that I wore that kind of clothes, and then it was like, that was, Although, I did have, when I went to my baccalaureate, I had an afro. And my cap set up here, out of camera height, it's like, my cap set up here. My mother was ready to kill me.
That red-headed guy on room 222?
Yeah.
He had the big afro. We
the
had
big
a kid
afro
like that in high school that had a big afro like that. And we got Don Mudball.
Don, I just saw what he said. Yeah, we all had fads, and then by the time I moved to Oklahoma, well, by the late 70s, I was in the service. I went in the mid 70s, so late mid 70s. And so I was already, through all that. And matter of fact, my father-in-law wanted to give me a haircut for when I went to boot camp, and he shaved it. Yeah, well, he wanted to give it to me, and I let him. What he didn't tell me is he said he had some sheep shears he was going to use them. Okay. They weren't electric.
Oh, man.
Took him 4 hours, and his hand was, he was like this when he got through, and I just laughed at him, and went, and finally I went back to the house, and Dad got the electric clippers and finished it off for me, but it's like, you didn't tell me it was going to,
Hey, Matt's here, Northeast Drone Production.
Hey.
Well, he's driving and listening, yeah, so I got my afro cut off before I went to boot camp, and by God, I still had, I was pretty close to bald headed. They still wanted it shorter because they wanted their $1.25 for that haircut. And it came out of our paychecks. They charged us $1.25 for that haircut, and it was bad enough that they were shaving us all bald and making us wear, funny green outfits, making us bald-headed green men. But then they charged us for the privilege. It's like, really? I got to pay for this? I've already got a haircut. I don't need one. Shut up, Mendenhall, and just shaved away. And they managed to find a little more. I probably could compete with Dom at that point. Talk about, and I was down at San Antonio. I went in the 11th of June, and it was hot, and my ears got sunburned. I mean, I had blisters on blisters, I had calluses on my ears from the sunburn, It's just like, oh my God. Everybody did, because it was the 70s and everybody had long hair, so everybody's ears were exposed to bright sunlight in San Antonio, Texas, in the middle of the summer. Like, yeah, it was a time, but anyways, hey guys, don't forget at the top of the hour, Ron Brown and those fine people over there at Drone Nation will be doing their show. Let's not forget, what is April 1st, Art?
Oh, April Fool's Day? No, it's the Florida Drone Meetup at
South Florida Drone Meetup,
Jensen Beach.
Jensen Beach, that's right. And I wished I could make it. I'll be there. I hope somebody streams it so I can at least watch part of it.
I wish I could be there, but I'll be out of the country.
You'll be out of the country. Yeah, you're heading to the Philippines.
1 month from today, I will be on my way to the Philippines.
Yeah, Maddie, that's a good question. Let's see. If you have something to send, who do we send it to, Maddie? Okay, we could send it to you. Okay. Yeah, I need to.
Oh, Bill,
Uncle Bill is going to stream it. I thought he said he was.
Yep.
Hopefully this year it's not all crotch shots.
Yeah.
Okay, Maddie, I'll do that, because I got a bunch of stickers here I need to send out, and I'll just send down there to you guys. I realize I've got. Now, guys, I need to make an admissions here. I have not got anything mailed. We had a lot going on with Judy's health from Christmas. I still have not gotten the Christmas stuff sent out. It's ready to go. I hope to at least get it all taken care of this week. But as I said, Judy is in another phase of, she's starting to slowly, progress some more in her Parkinson's, and with her stroke, as her Parkinson's get worse, it sort of. So I apologize to everybody. I have not forgot, but I will get the gifts from my Christmas show out. It's just been delayed, and unfortunately, I haven't been able to get it taken care of. So because okay, got that. Thank you. I'll get that. I will get that out this week. I've got 2 or 3 things sitting right here that need to get out, and I apologize. Don't think I forgot about you, because I haven't. I just haven't had the opportunity. Yeah, Dominic's been way too noisy in this show.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, So I take it you're at the restaurant again?
Yeah, or same spot as I usually am.
What do they got good to eat there today? Because I'm hungry.
Yeah, well, I haven't had lunch yet, so.
Okay. Well, what are you going to have?
Doing that. I don't know yet. I don't know. There's various.
Have a Monte Cristo.
No.
Isn't that a drink?
Nope. It is.
I will
really
do that.
Good.
I will do that, Glenn. Yeah.
My sister found a place that has really good Monte Cristo. What it is, it's a sandwich. It has ham and is it turkey or chicken? I think it's ham and.
It is related to a Reuben.
And then and then it's fried.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yep.
I think I know what you're talking about.
In a sauce.
Yes. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah.
Are you going to have bangers and mash, Dominic?
Yeah. If I could find a place that did that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping the same thing,
burgers.
Andrew.
Yeah, I've had that for dinner. Kangaroo is a very nice meat, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
I have kangaroo backstraps.
We see the kangaroo from it. You look at it from our point of view, and it's this cute, cuddly little animal. Them things will claw you to death. They can kill you. They are not
sharp hind legs.
Hind legs.
Wow.
They can, they can rock back on that tail of theirs and use it and just
they can really kick you pretty
really
hard
do
at
some
that.
damage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you see that video where that guy, I guess a kangaroo, got one of his hunting dogs, and he was about to disembowel him, and he went up and he just punched that.
Oh,
dude
yeah,
right in his face.
yeah.
And he stunned him. And he's like, he left. Luckily, he didn't beat the crap
He was
out of
lucky
that.
because they were Aussie whitetails. Yeah. Well, a deer can mess you up too. You get crosswise of a deer once in a while, and every so. My cousin. No, it was my uncle. He shot a deer, and he was hunting with my dad, and they went out, and he had shot this deer, and he wasn't sure where he shot it, so he just went up on it, and he could see it was just laying there. It was still, so he grabs it. He's getting ready to cut the jugular so that it'll bleed on out, hopefully. And as he gets ready to do it, the damn thing woke up and stood up. And he dropped his knife, his rifle, and he was hauling ass to get away from this damn deer because he'd stunned the deer. It ended up he'd hit it, and finally my dad shot it, and they finally put it down. But it's like he almost got his ass kicked by that deer because he didn't. He was looking around like, where'd I hit it at? He says, well, I better. And he gets down there, and that thing just reared up on him, and and it's like.
Got Alex Escardo.
Alex.
Hello, Alex. How you doing? And Lake Pilot.
Escardo.
That's what I said. What I say? I don't think I said escargot. I said escardo.
That's what you say when a snail puts a big red S on the side of his car.
Look at that escargot. Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
Oh, but yeah. So, anyways, yeah. But where was I going with all that? Anyway, so kangaroo can hurt you, from what I've seen, and of course we can never forget the drop bears. Those are deadly little critters.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now I do have a friend that has a pet wallaby.
A pet wallaby.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are like mini kangaroos, aren't they?
Mini kangaroos. They're cute, but they could stink. They do have a musky smell.
Yes, they do. They had some wallabies up there at the zoo there in Kansas, and we went to see them, and oh my God, we got downwind of them damn things.
Yep.
And
his name is Wilby.
Wilby Wallaby.
Wilby the Wallaby. Yep.
Wilby the Wallaby.
And he likes to compete with her dogs when she goes to feed them.
Oh, I can imagine.
I mean, he'll push him out of the way when she tries to give him treats, and he just nudges him.
It's an old Spaniard name. Okay. Don't ever anger a honey badger. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
They can tear you up too. There's a lot of these animals that, and of course you see the people that they're the idiots that go out there, like the ones that try to get the bison to pose a certain way for them, and then they get their asses. Yeah.
Yep.
This is,
or the moose or the elk, especially here in Colorado. God, we've got some dumbasses here.
Yes. Yeah. And I hate to say this, but usually the ones back when I was living there, the ones that ended up killing the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing, were usually people from California.
Yep.
When you get the out-of-state hunters coming in, those people, especially ones from California, they're dumber than a box of rocks.
Yeah.
But
he said, "Wow, we killed a moose." No, you killed a cow.
Yeah. There was a lot of farmers up there that painted the side of their cows says this is not a deer or elk, or put a big white circle with a sign through it, or with a slash.
It says cow on the side.
Yeah, or it says cow on it. Yeah, there was a lot of them up there, over there in Grand Junction. That's what they did. They just started painting their cattle because they were tired of them getting killed, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're there for, you shouldn't be carrying a gun. You know, if you ain't smart enough to look at pictures.
You got JDS Flying Connect.
Hey, he's
Glad
first
to see
again.
him. You know, I just started seeing some things, and I'm not paying attention. I need to see who else I have on there that I have missed. Anybody
No, I
else
think
I
he was
missed?
the only grey I saw.
Is the only gray one? Okay.
The only one I saw, yeah. I might have missed
he's on the.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm kind of scrolling back.
Yeah,
and he hadn't been. He kind of was not. I didn't see him much for a while, but he's been. I've been seeing him a lot. I'm glad to see him. Glad to see him back in the chats again. You know, so. And Hot Rod in Daytona is here.
Hey,
wow!
Hey,
haven't seen him in a long time.
Like I said, there's
been quiet for a while.
You know, we've just about set a record. We got 30 people watching right now.
Hey.
That's almost a new record for this.
I think my best is 90.
JDS is the only guy older than me. Yeah, probably. Well, I don't know. There's a couple out there that's older than me. And you know, I was squirrel again. I was watching some interviews with the guys from Picard, season 3 of Picard.
Yep.
And all of those guys are in their 70s.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 84.
Yeah, some of them are in their 80s. And I'm sitting there looking at them. I was like, you got to be kidding me. You know, it's just.
Well, you got to remember, Picard was back in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, when I did the math,
that's almost 40 years ago.
Yeah. Star Trek The Next Generation started in 1987.
87. And I realized that, but it's like, I'm looking at these guys and I'm thinking, you know, because you look at them through if you look at them through your own eyes and in your remembrance, you're seeing them what they look like back then.
Yeah.
And but they've still aged so damn well. It just, you know, Patrick Stewart is just now starting to really show his age, you know?
Yes.
And, you know, he's gotten a lot slower in his speech.
Baden.
Yep, she's 73.
Yeah, but 73.
He's holding up pretty good.
73.
She's holding up real well. I was
now, Marina Sirtis.
Yeah, she's
starting.
She put on a few, but you know, of course, Crusher is 50 years old. You know,
yeah,
he's 50 now. It's like he looks like he's still a damn 20-year-old.
Yeah, he's
it's like
5 years younger.
What the hell? Why is it fair that people like that get to have the good genes? Yeah, Wesley Crusher. Yeah.
Will Wheaton.
He's
a couple of years younger than me, and I think that's the only cast member of The Next Generation that's younger than me. Everybody's older.
Well, and that's what Jonathan Frakes was talking about last night on when I was watching the Ready Room, and he was talking about, or in the interview, and he was talking about the age and how they're all over 70, you know, except for what's his name?
Marina Sirtis is, I think, 65.
Who?
Marina Sirtis, as in Troy. I think she's 65.
I think that's the only other one that's under 70.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, I think Michael Dorn, he's in his early 70s.
Yeah. He's in his early 70s.
Jerry
Ryan. He looks.
Mark R. White's just brought up 7 of 9. Jerry Ryan, she's my age.
Yeah. That's right, Jerry Ryan. But she was technically from. Yeah, she was
from Deep Space Nine and Voyager.
Yeah,
but she
and Voyager. Was
part of the storyline.
The card series. Yeah, she is part of the storyline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is good. I got to admit, I finally shut down on watching Discovery. It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
I ain't
rubbish.
that woke.
How
I'm not
can they
that
get it
woke.
so wrong?
Yeah.
Picard and Strange New Worlds are really good, and Strange New Worlds is the best.
Strange New Worlds
they've had in
is
40
really,
years.
It's got good
it is.
That's
writing.
really going places. But how did they get it so wrong with Discovery? How?
Well,
I wanna know.
because they started it at the height of wokeism, and a lot of people, to each their own. But come on, there's still a lot of us old farts in the world that
the first season
we only
wasn't too bad, but as the seasons have gone on, they've just gone.
Yeah. Well, after season 5 is going to be their last one.
I think that's a waste of time. Stop wasting
I do
time
too.
and energy on 5. Just cancel it now.
Right? Yeah, they
Well,
should.
and
use all that energy
it's not going to
into
start
something
until
else.
24.
They may not even, depending on what the feedback is on it, they may just call into season 4 it.
Yeah, they should. That should be the one that should be. They should just give it the Tijuana right now, and work on something else, because there's still a lot. There's still a lot they can do.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that, I was doubling over watching chat too. Yeah, because they could cancel. They could do away. They could take Discovery completely out of the lineup. Just completely pull it away, and that they were trying so hard by jumping into multiverses. They were trying to do the multiverse thing that's being done by all the big movie companies. The Marvel and the DC comic series. They got a lot of use out of the multiverse on that crap. So they tried to use that, and then the time jump. Let's go back in time. Like they're doing on the new Flash movie and stuff. And they tried to do all this for a television show that's basic premise didn't start out well to begin with.
Yeah.
And it's just not. It's just not feasible. But Star Wars was a ripoff of Star Trek. It really was. It was sort of because Star Trek started it all. And but remember, Star Wars started out to be a serial like what he remembered, as a kid going to the theaters, George Lucas. Because you used to go to theaters and see. I didn't go to the theaters to see those old serials, but I did see them every Saturday there in Denver. I used to watch Buck Rogers in the 25th Century and Flash Gordon. They were on. They were reruns, but they were on Saturday mornings or just after the cartoons. That was the next thing, And so I remember Buster Crabbe, who played in the Buck Rogers TV series. He appeared as Commander Gordon, who had been lost in time as well. And now he's an old guy, so who he played. That was that was an amazing thing. The guy competed against himself in 3 different serials. The 2 of them were space, because he also played Tarzan. So he either had a Tarzan movie up, a Flash Gordon, or a Buck Rogers movie going. So the guy was
Johnny Weissmuller.
Oh no, Johnny Weissmuller was years after, but in the early days was Buster Crabbe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in the
We
early
got
days.
Chris
Right?
Hope in the chat.
Hello, Chris Hope.
Yep.
Welcome to the show. Yeah, so Buster Crabbe played. Johnny Weissmuller was in the 50s, late 40s. Buster Crabbe was in the 30s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Buster Crabbe was actually before, but Weissmuller is the one that we grew up watching on Saturday afternoon, shows, or some of us got to go see him at the theater, and but Buster Crabbe at one time he was competing against himself. They were not in Discovery early, as that would show that the fans were right from the beginning. They would spend $1 million to prove that they had a good. And unfortunately, that is Charles. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
and they do this all the time. There are, there are shows out there that you just like, why? And what it comes down to is it's a tax write-off, because eventually they can say, we lost money on that genre, and now we can get it, as CBS or Paramount can say, we need to get this out of the, because we lost so much money on that genre. They don't care about us. They really don't. It's all about how they can manipulate either their message or their money or whatever, And I just watch this crap just to have something different to watch, And that's why I probably watch more Australian and British television than I do American television, because
same here.
I do. I mean, like right now we're watching Death in Paradise, and that's been a series that's
great.
It's a great series. It's in the 12th season. They just finished the 12th season, and they're still slotted to do 2 more seasons. Yeah, I have too, and it's just a fun show to watch. It's called Death in Paradise, if you get a chance.
You guys watch GBN?
GBN.
That would be Great Britain News. They just had a show about, who was it? Harry and his wife. They lost their cottage at
Frogmore
or Froggy, whatever.
Frogmore.
Frogmore.
They're getting booted out of that, and they're giving it to Andrew.
And you know what? The people in England, they're like going, well.
Keep going.
Yeah. Well, and I think what we're going to see is in about 2 or 3 years, Megan will have milked that cow for as much as she can get out of it, and she'll divorce his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. And try and do like Fergie and make a living off of it,
Yeah.
The talk Harry has been whipped. Let's just put it that way, which is sad, because he really had so much going for him, and he let unfortunately we got him. I can't wait, to Harry to wake up one day and say, oh my God, what did I lose? And he writes that book about how him and his brother got in physical confrontation. You were a friggin' helicopter pilot. You couldn't beat your brother's ass? Come on, you were in the war, for God's sakes. Get over yourself, Harry, you big wuss.
Yep.
That's my thought on Harry. So what? My brother and I used to wrestle and fight all the time. That's what brothers do. My brother, I was in high school, I was working with him, and he popped off something to me and pissed me off, and I threw a damn knife at him. Now I threw it handle first. Now, mind you, we were wearing hard hats, and we were in a construction area underneath the flooring, so it wasn't like I flung a knife to shoot. I reached over there and I let go of it and the handle jarred his hard helmet, and that pissed him off. And he took off after me, but mind you, we are under girders under a floor, and there's a hot steam, because we were insulating hot and cold steam pipes, or hot, fresh water and hot water pipes. Anyways, and so we were dodging, and I'm running under there. Of course, the ground's uneven, and he's after me, and here he comes after me, and of course, everybody, like one of the supervisors was there of the whole build project. He said, who the hell's that? I says, that's the Mendenhall Bros. They go through that shit every day. Okay. Says, that one looks like he's going to kill him. Yeah, says, that's the big brother. The one running is the little brother. And then our supervisor says, get over here, Mendenhall. Of course, we both stop and turn around and go over there because, So that's what brothers do, Harry. Get over yourself, you little wimp.
Yeah.
It's like, and leave America. Go back to England. We don't want you. Take Megan with you.
Go to the Falkland Islands. Yeah.
That's it. Go to Falkland, yeah.
And go
Falkland off, Harry.
Yourself.
Yeah. Reed Fahrenheit that day, and he was going to ride his bike. Only time I heard him curse as a kid. Yeah. I should start earlier so we can do 2 hours. I really should because we're already over. I've already, run over, but.
Yep.
And I do need to get off here, but this has been fun. It's amazing that I can talk for an hour and say absolutely nothing, and people still watch.
And you do it well.
I do.
And sometimes
that's why I'm running for president next year.
Yep.
And this gentleman is my running mate.
Yeah.
So, hey, if they can elect a dead person in I don't know Pennsylvania,
yes,
I should be a shoo-in for president then, because I'm still alive. Anyways. Sorry, you weren't listening, Glenn? Probably. They just turn me on and let me, watch me in the screen, and then they actually watch other shows, Then come back at the end. Is he through yet? Oh, hell yeah, he's through now, so I can shut this one off. So.
Art's telling a joke. Oh, God, let's go.
Here we go again, yeah. Yeah, well, that's it. I could start an hour earlier, but there are other shows. Ray Kelly finishes an hour before I start. Okay.
Yep.
I could do that, but Stutterman, yes. No, and Joe, not only did they elect Stutterman, but they did elect in their local, for their state senate, they actually elected a dead man. And he won by, it wasn't the dead man's name was on the ballot. He actually won. And they gave him high praise for winning posthumously. Like, really?
That'd be
wow.
Posthumously.
Yeah, whatever. You knew what I meant.
Yeah,
he won even though he
won where they say Peyton and we say Pat.
Yeah. See, this is what happens when I watch too much Australian and, posthumously. It's the way I say it.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's respect for each. It's respect for each. Yeah, and that's it. No one owns a time spot. Who cares? I'll look into it. I may.
That's true. Look at my show last Saturday.
Yeah, it did tank, didn't it? So
yeah. Right.
There are too many. There
right
are a lot
after
of streams.
I did the giveaway, and Kelly Shore started his first Friday on Saturday.
Yeah. Used to happen to Greg on Oz by Drone every Fridays. It was every first Friday. So, and Walter for president. Mark says I said it properly, posthumously.
Posthumously,
yeah. You said it right the second time.
What did I say? I said posthumously this first time.
Yes.
I put more of a U in there. Yeah, you're right.
Posthumously.
Yeah. I just emphasized the different syllable or lengthened it. Anyways, whatever. Yeah, it was 2 minutes watch on Saturdays, yeah. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you both you gentlemen for being here. We've already bumped into Drone Nation, and I do need to get off here because I got to get up in the morning and get my van back.
Here.
And,
I get up in a few hours.
So, and I want to thank everybody.
Go right to bed pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm going to go in there and fix me a snack, and then I'm going to go to bed, probably. But I want to thank everybody who stuck around to watch this, this our weekly shit show.
Yep.
Because I'm sure if you looked, you could probably find somebody else on, but, but it don't cost you anything to watch, and I appreciate that. So, y'all have a good week. I'm just going to go ahead and end the broadcast right here, right now. Go watch Drone Nation. And Art, anything exciting coming up?
Yeah, I got a show on Saturday. Don't know what we're going to talk about. Hopefully, we'll start up Flight
I heard
Club
he has
again.
a channel, yeah.
Yeah,
he has a channel.
Yes,
I do. That's great.
Good work, also, if
when I'm
in the Philippines, I'm going to do Artco day early. It'll be Friday night because I have to be in Davao on, which will be Sunday, which will be Saturday here. Yep.
Okay, all right.
Many
and when we get a little closer, we'll figure that all out. So, yeah, and Dominic, you are the guru of live streams. You jump around on all of them. You know,
Yeah.
you're the most watched guy.
Like
you know,
seeing an old man tugging his.
You know what would be nice is if you got you got the watch hours that went with that. You'd probably have, you know, and all the views. Oh my God, you'd be raking in the money now. So, but anyways, with that said and done, guys, thanks a lot, everybody. I'll talk at you later, and good night from me and everybody on the panel here.